Do you know what distinguishes men from boys? The answer is straightforward: discipline. Consider not letting go of your life force as entering immortal mode. When the environment is unpleasant, the body will always go into self-management mode or immortality. This applies to any unsettling and self-development habits you may adopt, such as taking cold showers, exercising, fasting, and of course, resisting those persistent urges. Addictions and urges may appear difficult to overcome. Due to the lack of sex or releasing of your seed, the body enters self-management mode to adjust to whatever is going on. Immortality entails absorbing life's power and utilizing it to power your body. It entails making the most of your hormones, providing vitamins and minerals to your body, fixing your central nervous system, opening blocked body barriers, and relieving stress. It also entails becoming more attractive and self-conscious, as well as a manly person, a powerful individual with a greater purpose. Consider a vibration scale. At the top is the man who still has his balls full to the brim with sheer life-giving fluid, while the man at the bottom is devoid of all life, lazy, and wastes his time. Keep in mind that your essential strength is enclosed within your fluid. It gives you all of the things you require to continue your immortal behavior. You're going to build strength and muscle. You are in good physical shape, and your brain is functioning at its peak. It has always been at. Your ability to commit will improve as your self-assurance grows. Persevere and achieve your objectives. You're taking back your legitimate place in society as a man as you've gained some authority. This adventure will have an impact on physical and mental health. If you want to encounter these manly health advantages as a guy, you must break the PMO habit. When you take part in PMO, your cortisol, prolactin, dopamine, and norepinephrine levels all rise to unhealthy extremes. When you oversaturate your neurotransmitters, it may be the root cause of your fatigue and lack of energy. Men should limit how many times they release their seed because the core of a man's crucial presence is destroyed each time he will have to produce juice. By avoiding PMO and returning your neurotransmitters to a healthy level, you enable your brain to return to normal. You can now deal with distress effectively because your concentration and stability have improved. You can now utilize your body's natural sources of energy to heal many parts of it because the need to produce juice has been alleviated. Prolactin levels fall while androgen receptor levels rise. One of the most valuable assets a person belongs is testosterone. Testosterone is required for your androgen receptors, as well as many other processes in your brain and body. As your nofap streak lengthens, you will notice a progressive rise in muscle description and fat loss. As a result of all of these factors, some men have reported that their jawline is becoming more outlined as a result of the decrease in body fat. You can eventually move forward with your life and catch up on everything you've been lacking. If you were heavily addicted, you will notice a significant difference only during the first 90 to 180 days of your path. PMO is a coping strategy. Unfortunately, for some men, this is much more than a coping strategy. Instead, it's become the go-to solution for all of their problems. This is an unfortunate reality for some men. Let's pretend they failed an exam. What do you believe they will do? Yes, they have returned to PMO and pronoun. Assume one of their family members has recently died. How then do they handle the stress, PMO? Because you haven't emotionally matured yet. Several more men in their late 20s and early 30s are still at heart toddlers. They serve no manly function. They are incapable of set clear limits. The end of PMO represents maturity. You're merely maturing. A man who has discipline is separated from boys. With this discipline, you stop living in the fantasy of immediate satisfaction and desire more out of women in life. If you have previously experienced significant trauma, you may benefit from counseling to confront your emotional issues. This may take some time, but the spiritual, physical, and mental levels are the most important, because you're now trying to deal with the actual problem rather than relying on a way of coping with it. Lust is a sin that affects your whole spiritual landscape. Consider looking through a dirty camera lens. You'll have trouble seeing. just like when you're covered in uncontrollable lust. This has an impact on your relationship with God, other creatures, and even the entire globe. By letting go of PMO, you will be capable of taking in more of what the world has to provide. You could see precisely once you remove the fog of urge from your eyes, because you are not squandering your time. You will have an easier time attracting girls. Even newborns can sense the power within you. Each day of your life must start with a loaded weapon that just keeps on filling with power. Don't forget to show some love. By the way, click the subscribe button and then hit like. See you in the next video.